If you like to know the real reasons behind the Bitcoin correction and you don't want to be fooled by the media, Elon Musk or whoever, then you should definitely watch this video till the end. Hello guys and welcome back to Big Bang Crypto. My name is Sam. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe, leave a like if you like this content, and also join our amazing community on Discord. You'll find the link in the description. And by the way, if you turn on that notification bell, yeah, that would be amazing. Alright guys, so in my last video I told you that I think it's more likely to go down from here on Discord. I think I gave a very good update when I said that we will reach $45,000 approximately, and this is exactly what happened. And now if you look at the shape of the last waves at the end, then I think you can see a clear similarity. So this is the point when the bulls start to get weak. They are not able, or they don't want to push the price higher anymore. You could also say that the market makers want to fool the people. They want the people to still believe in a pump and start to go long, and then they take it all away from them and force them to sell and or to use their stop loss, and so they can make a lot of money. So this is always the same in the history of stocks and whatever. And as you can see, when we compare this end of the last bull market or the end of the first wave after the bull market in 2019 with what is going on right now, I think that you can clearly see some similarities, that the bulls seem to be weak, right? They're not able to push the price higher anymore, and the bears are getting stronger and stronger. Of course, there is still a chance that the bulls are able to push the price higher from here. Of course, that is possible, because something that we shouldn't forget here is that this bull market is a little bit different to the last bull markets. We have much more money, much more power, much more influence in the crypto space. Everybody who has the ability to push Bitcoin is at least thinking about it, because they see people like Elon Musk or whoever who has power, that they're starting to invest in Bitcoin, that they are saying that Bitcoin could be the future, or is the future right now, that the blockchain technology is so powerful that we can't live without it anymore. So there are big supporters, but of course this doesn't mean that there won't be any corrections anymore. And something that is always very funny to see is that people think that this correction is because of Elon Musk, for example. In my opinion, it is not because of Elon Musk. It is because of what is going on here on the chart. And before Elon Musk tweeted that Tesla won't accept Bitcoin anymore as a payment solution, I already said that I think it's likely to drop from here and to go lower. And on Discord I also said it before Elon Musk tweeted this, because I think the best way to know what is going to happen is to first see it on the chart, and when then the news come out, you know exactly what is going on. So the combination of these two things is maybe the best strategy out there, right? You see something happening on the chart, and then the news comes and you know exactly why it is coming. Now, what is the most likely scenario now? For this I want to show you one more time this chart here. and want to talk about some things here. First of all, now we can say that Bitcoin failed to get above this red line that I talked about in previous videos. And as you can see in the past, this red line is one of the most important lines for Bitcoins, one of the most important lines, right? As you can see during Bitcoin's history. And now we failed to get above it. And people are saying, all right, we're bouncing from the 21 moving average here. And this is very important during a bull market. By the way, this is a weekly chart. So we're bouncing from the 21 moving average on the weekly chart. And so they're saying this is a very good sign. And now we can push higher if this support is real. Now, something else that I think that they're not seeing is this red line. So there is not one example that I could show you when we failed to get above this red line. 2 or 3 weeks later, we crossed above it. I hope you get this point. So there is not one example that shows us that. Right, so if we just go back in history and take a look at that. So here we here we got above it. It's okay. Here we failed at the orange line. We fell below the red line again, and so we dropped down. Then we pushed above here. We found support on it here, and then everything was good. We pumped and moved higher. Then look at this situation here. We fell below the orange line, found support on the red line and bounced back up, rejected by the orange line, fell below the red line, one more rejection by the red line, and we fell all the way down. Here, exactly the same, right? We couldn't get above the red line, so we fell all the way down here to this red line here. This is a very long period, by the way, on the weekly chart, but as you can see, this is what happened. We couldn't get above it, and so we moved all the way down to this red line. Here the same, rejection all the way down, rejection all the way down, rejection all the way down. And now look at this, we were able to get above it, we found support on it, and we continued. And here, this is during our last bear market at the end, the final correction, we fell below it and we had a heavy correction. And as you can see here, so we failed to get above the orange line. We fell back below the red line here, couldn't get above it. As you can see, one more retest here, we couldn't get above it, and then we fell all the way down here. And now look at the current situation. We couldn't get above the orange line, right? And now we fell below the red line. We couldn't get above the red line, and so we are going down. Now the question is, are we about to go all the way down to this red line? That would be somewhere around $40,000, let's say, something like this. Let's say $38,000 to $40,000, or even a little bit lower to $35,000. Is this likely? Of course it is. When we just think about what I just told you, then it is very, very likely. But something that I have to say here is that if we take these examples here, the 21 moving average had a little distance to the red line, right? It had a distance here. So this correction went all the way down to the 21 moving average. Here the distance was not that big. We fell down, we found support on it, but then, as you can see, we started going down. So it's complicated. It's complicated. In my opinion, guys, if we find support on 21 moving average, this is my opinion, then I think a lot of people will be bullish and they will say, hey, we found support on this one and we're going to long from here because it's looking very good. But of course, this is something that the market makers are seeing as well. They know how the people are thinking, that this is a heavy support zone during a bull market, and they will be going long. And so maybe they give them the feeling, yes, this is a support here and we're going higher from here, but then it turns around on the other week and it comes down. So something that could happen is next week we see it going up here, maybe to the red line again. I don't think so, but maybe. So we're going up here, maybe to this level here, somewhere here to this level. So this would be everything between $52,000 to $55,000, and then it's going to turn around and come back down again, and maybe fall below the 21 moving average, so that the people get afraid and close their longs, right? Because the market makers, this is what they want. They don't want you to be right. They make their money when you're wrong. And so I could imagine them to use this to fool everybody. Also something that I want to show you here on the RSI, as you can see here, is the support that we have here down on the RSI. So during a bull market, something that we can clearly see is that we are not below this red line here, right? And if we see corrections, we find support on these red lines, on these two red lines, right? So we find support there and it continue, and if we're not able to get back above, this is when the bear market really starts. And when we're back above it here, as you can see on the price chart up here, if we're back above it, then yeah, we really start to go higher and find support and support and support and so on, right? And when we fall below it, then the bear market starts. And currently, as you can see, we're down here at this key zone, in my opinion. And so what we could see here is that Bitcoin bounces on the RSI from this level, goes up to this level, fails, and then comes back down. So this is something that could happen if you remember what I just said, so that we find support here on the 21 moving average. We see it going up a little bit and then going down. So this is something that could happen. So this ping pong play here and then going down. But something else that could happen is that Bitcoin bounces from here, also moves above this red line here on the next week, so in 2 weeks, and then it continues and goes all the way up. This is something that could happen. So I would only say that we will see a bigger correction on the price if on the RSI we fall below this red zone here. So this is the 54 level on the 14th RSI. Also, what I just showed you in my last video was these support levels of the moving average, of the 144 moving average here, this yellow line. And yeah, this was the big sign for me when I said, hey guys, if we're not able to get above $59,000 and stay above this level, so that the yellow 144 moving average turns up again and crosses the previous high here, if it's not able to do this, then we're going down, and this is exactly what happened. And this is not a good sign, in my opinion, right, for the bullish trend. This is not a good sign, because every time that happened in the past, this is what I showed in my last video, every time this happened in the past, as you can see here, we went down to the next support. The 144 moved all the way to the next support. This is a kind of sideways movement, but it moved all the way there to this support. And during this move, as you can see, this is what Bitcoin did, going up, going down, going up, going down. But as soon as the 144 didn't find support on this midterm support, we had a bigger correction. And this is just one example. In my previous video, I showed it a little bit more in detail. And so this is something that could happen, that we move slowly to this support here. And by the way, something that is happening again, look at this here. We're seeing this double bottoms, right? So the 144 crosses the short-term support. At the same time, price is making a double bottom here, and we see a huge pump, but then it turns around and comes back down. And if you take a look at what is going on currently, in my opinion, this could be, again, something like a double bottom. And so I wouldn't be surprised to see the price going back up to these levels. I wouldn't be surprised right now. All right. And I think this is something that is very likely to fool the people. All right. So I always think, what could they do to fool the people? And this is something that really would make sense. And they will start to say, hey, we have a double bottom and so on, or a W, whatever, it will be bullish. Oh, I don't know. And then it goes up, but then turns around and comes back down. So this is something that you definitely can see after crossing this 144 moving average support. Right? So I wouldn't be surprised. And if we take a look at our last big wave during the last bull market, when it left this support here, as you can see, there you have something like a double bottom here, maybe, and it pumped all the way up, but yeah, this was only to fool the people, but then turned around and came back down, and this moving average only moved from support to support, and because it never found support, it moved all the way down, and we had a heavy correction at the end. Is this possible now, guys? Is this possible that we have a heavy correction now, that we see something like a bear market? In my opinion, of course it is possible. If we take a look at the daily chart, look at what we have here. Look at what we have here. I mean, this is so huge. I mean, my target for this year was way above $100,000. It was way above. But because of what is happening now, and because of Elon Musk twittering these bad news about Bitcoin, this might be the start of a bigger correction, right? We had so many bullish news, and this is why the price pumped. I think it all started with PayPal accepting Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies. And now we're starting to see bad news coming, like from Elon Musk. This is something that could happen. But of course, like I said, this bull market is different to the other bull markets, and we have to also consider this and know that a lot of money is coming into the market, right? From the banks, they're starting to buy Bitcoin, or they're planning to buy Bitcoin because they don't want to be the guys who are the last who want to buy Bitcoin when it is already up at $500,000 for one Bitcoin. They don't want to be too late, so a lot of money is coming into the market, and so we could see a big pump. But currently the chart is showing something different, and the only thing that could make me change my mind is when the 144 starts to turn around here and goes above the previous high, right? Above $59,000. This is the only thing that could make me change my mind. If that doesn't happen, as long as this doesn't happen, I'm bearish, and I say that we're going down. And I'm not just saying if Bitcoin's price goes above $59,000 for 1 hour. No, I want this moving average to move above its previous high. This is what I want to see. I want to see the average price move higher. And this is, to me, the most bullish thing that could happen now. Currently, this is not what we're seeing. But what we're seeing here is a kind of double bottom, and so I wouldn't be surprised to see it going up one more time to these levels. All right, guys, thank you very much for your attention. Please don't forget to hit the like button and to subscribe. This is important for the channel, for us to grow. I think we're bringing amazing things to you guys. Also with the bot group, if you didn't know that, we have an amazing bot community that is building the own or its own bot, and this is something very spectacular. So you should definitely join our Discord. And yeah, I hope we see us soon, guys. Thank you very much for your attention. Bye.